Hi everyone, it's me, the Broke Stacker. Welcome to another wonderful drive, minus the view, with the Broke Stacker. I just had some food for thought for you guys. I had a conversation with, call him a coworker today, and I'm going to try to reenact the conversation for you here as as I remember it. It's not going to be perfect, but here we go. I walked up to him and I saw he was on probably a break, we'll call it, and he was on TikTok. It's like, all right, this guy's got TikTok brain. We got to wake him up. You know, I know we've all done it. We've been sitting there scrolling on our phone or doing TikTok or Facebook, probably YouTube because you're on here. But anyways, we're all guilty of it. We'll not be paying attention, and all of a sudden an hour went by, and what did you get for that hour doing TikTok brain? Nothing. TikTok's not good for you guys. Same thing with a lot of stuff on Facebook. I mean, let's be honest, that's pretty much propaganda central now, and just battery burner app, insert title here. So anyways, I wanted to get him off of that, and so I came up to him, was like, hey. He's like, what's up? And I say, hey, so can I ask you a question? He's like, all right, go ahead. It's like, I asked him, very simple, what does he think, what is money? And he's taken back for a second on that. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, what is money? What do you think when you think money? What is that? He's like, I just don't understand. I was like, all right, I know I got him off guard here. So I says, all right, so what is money? Is it that paper in your pocket? Is it what you work for? What is it? It's like, yeah, I guess so. It's what I pay for things with. It's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like, so is money that paper, or is it anything you can trade it for? Is it something that holds its value over time by definition of money? Like something you could take now, go 100 years from now from later, and still be able to go get something for it. It's like, yeah, that's money. It's like, all right, cool. Now I want you to think about your currency and how it's inflationary. So I asked him, I'll tell you what, if I asked you, hey, can I borrow $100 today, but I'll pay you back in a year, but I only can pay you back $95. Would you really loan me the money? He's like, well, no, absolutely not. It's like, all right, so let me ask you this. So you're saving that quote-unquote money, that $100, and I told you, if you put it in your savings account now, and in a year it's only worth $95, would you put it in your savings account? He's like, no, I wouldn't use that savings account. I'm like, well, that's what you got right there. Because right now, the way inflation is, just the numbers that the Treasury and all that is telling you about is 5%. So your $100 you have today is only going to buy you $95 worth of goods in a year. Say, oh man, you got a good point. And I also told him, well, that's also just the inflation numbers they're admitting to. Because right now, realistically, it's probably closer to 10, 12, 15%. If you think about it, since 2020, our buying power of our dollar has gone down at least, 45%, just about half. He's like, yeah, it really has. Prices have been going up. I said, yeah. Well, maybe not prices are going up. Maybe the value and the buying power of your dollar is just going down. It's kind of hard to believe everything's going to go up. Maybe it's just the one thing. It's that tool you're using, that debt instrument to buy the things. Maybe that's actually the thing that's, not working right now. It's inflationary. It's devaluing itself year over year over year. It's like, okay, yeah, got a point. And then he came to the realization, it's like, well, geez, how do I save money then? I was like, well, There's lots of ways to do it. There's mutual funds. You can try to do stocks, but it's like, oh, what about real estate? I was like, oh yeah, real estate's a really good one, but that takes a lot of money all at once, and if you don't have it and now you got to finance it, that can be also very expensive in itself, an extra expense on trying to save your money. It's like, oh man, you got a point there too. But I was like, so now I got him. I said, all right, now he's thinking. So I told him, hey, what I personally do, I'm just going to stack some wealth away for a long period of time. If you can do that, don't think about 2 or 3 years. Think about saving for about like 5 or 10 years. Maybe start thinking about for your retirement, or even something to hand down to your grandchildren and all that. You know, I told him what I do. I stack a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver, and I put that away. That's just what I can save and what I can put away for the long term. I apologize for the road here, guys. It's really bad. So what I would do is do that. It's not that the value of gold and silver are going up. It's not at all. It's just they're staying flatlined. And I told them, you got a $20 gold piece from, you know, the early 19th century, say a 1920 gold piece, and it's worth $20 back in the day. That one $20 gold piece, it bought you. I asked him, what do you think that bought you back in 1920? He said, oh, I'm not really sure. I was like, well, let's just think of this. Back in 1920, that $20 gold piece, gold coin, bought you a fitted suit, a nice pair of shoes, and a nice hat. And I was like, okay. I was like, you know what that $20 gold piece, that same gold coin buys you today? He's like, what? A fitted suit, a nice pair of shoes, and a nice hat. And then I asked him, what do you think $20 buys you now? He's like, I don't know, not much, like maybe a Big Mac. I was like, exactly. So that $20 didn't save its value, but the gold did. And he's like, man, you got a really good point there. I was like, all right, now we're thinking. So I want you to think. I told him, I want you to challenge yourself, because you haven't really thought of what money is or how you're going to save for the long term. Maybe it's time to start thinking about it. Anyways, guys, I thought I'd just share that conversation with you I had earlier today. I got the man thinking, and well, that was my good deed for the day. I hope this helped you guys think about it too. You got to start thinking for the future, make your plans, and have realistic goals. If you have realistic goals and you plan accordingly, it's very easy to achieve set goals. So until next time, guys, keep stacking, stack 'em high.